We got a new one. Keyshia Cole and Ashanti.
I'm, I
We
can't
can
even stop
talk.
looking forward to that.
People keep saying it's gonna be the quickest one yet. It's gonna be a 30-minute show. We ain't gonna be sitting for 2 and 3 hours for this one. But I wasn't excited when I saw it because I heard rumblings. Like I saw Keyshia Cole posting and like they said, oh yeah, Keyshia Cole said she's gonna do it with Ashanti. That was like weeks and months ago. So I was like, because they have a lot of people that people want to see go up against each other. So I thought it was one of them. But I thought it would never happen because I was like, do they have 20 hits? And do people want to hear it? And from the comments I saw on the pages were split. So when they announced it, people were just like, yo, I can't wait. Yo, Ashanti gonna watch her. Keyshia gonna get her. And then a bunch of them were just like, yo, this ain't what we asked for. Like I won't be watching this one.
That's a shame.
But I think like both of them, and like and they called them divas on like the Verzuz page. They said these two divas. I said, huh? Is this what a diva is now? When you think of diva, but I'm just saying, when you think of divas in music, you think of Aretha, you think of a Whitney, you think of one of a Patty. Like that's who you think of as far as like the singing, the talent. So when you call someone else a diva, like Ashanti or Keyshia Cole, it's like, so I guess it didn't mean anything when you talk about Aretha Franklin. It didn't mean anything when you talk about Whitney. Didn't mean anything when you talk about Patty, because you taught these two non-singing singers divas.
I always took that word as like a negative connotation.
And people did say that too. Like it used to be negative, but it's not a negative anymore.
Like I would be upset if someone called Aretha Franklin like the diva. Like you have to call her the queen. You know, like something along those lines. But I'm not mad with that.
But people call like they had a show like the Divas a Soul or something. Like it's a
reality.
No, it was like a music show or something. Where they had them like a special performance or something. But like yeah, they like you when you think of diva, you don't think of Aretha and Patty and all of them. You don't think of them.
I always thought of it as a negative thing. Like
no, it's a positive. But to call Ashanti and Keyshia Cole divas is like it's like come on. Like and I've had friends. I have friends or a friend who thinks Keyshia Cole is such an amazing singer. And I'm like, do you gotta build up a wax in your ears? Or like, can you not hear? Because if you like, I don't think anybody's ever said like Keyshia Cole is a great singer. Like,
then what is she?
Do you think she's a great singer?
Again, I'm the wrong person to ask about this because I can't call someone a bad singer. Let me say that.
I can call someone a bad singer.
I don't have the ear to call someone a bad singer.
Can you hear?
I can hear, but what would you call Keyshia Cole? Terrible?
Certain people you call singers, certain people you call artists. Keyshia Cole is an artist. Ashanti's an artist. They're not singers.
No, they're singers. That's what they do.
But that's not who they are.
But then what are they doing in their songs if they're not singing?
They're
not talking. They're not humming. Like,
do you know how much they clean up their vocals on those songs? Like they are not good singers. Have you ever heard Keyshia Cole's live performance of the Star Spangled Banner?
No.
Terrible. Have you ever heard Ashanti try to sing live? Awful. And that's one way I judge singers. Is like if you can't sing, that's one way. But if you can't sing live, I don't consider you a good singer.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think they're aware that they can't sing?
Yes. Keyshia Cole has taken, like she said, she's taken voice lessons and vocal lessons after she, after like years and years, and like she put out albums and songs. She took vocal lessons. So did Ashanti. They will both admit to taking vocal lessons because they know they were weak vocally. They're still weak vocally. They're not as weak as they were, or not as horrible as they were, but they're still not good singers. And let me give you this.
You're killing me.
What do you think Keyshia Cole's biggest song is?
I should have cheated. Is that the?
You don't know Keyshia Cole music.
No, I don't. I know
the love. I think her love song might be her biggest record.
I could go with that. Yeah.
And have you ever heard it?
Yeah, I've heard it.
And if you don't have to be a singer to be able to sing that song and sound like her. Like, it's so off. And I don't know if it's purposely off or just because she can't sing. And like she's trying to hit a run and it's just so awful. It sounds so bad. OT Genesis made the parody of the song. Have you heard it?
Yeah, I heard that.
He don't sound too far off from what she sound like.
Oh, hold on. So you're saying, because this is what you're telling me. You're saying that an artist that received a record deal because of their singing ability.
Wait, stop it. Don't say they received a record deal because of their singing ability. All artists don't receive record deals because they can sing. Do you think Ashanti got her record deal because she can sing? She got her record deal probably because of her look. Because
fair enough.
And because and a lot of people, they have the look. They might be able to hold a note, or that you can clean their vocals up enough that it can sound okay on a record. They didn't get the record deal because they can sing.
Fair enough. But say that theory is true.
It's not.
No, say your theory is true that people get record deals for a number of reasons.
They do.
You're telling me they got a R&B record deal to make R&B music, and they're surrounded by producers, engineers. I'm guessing people that can actually sing, and they allow that.
Everybody who's in that, like,
come on,
Kanye's a great producer. Can he sing? That don't mean that they can sing, or that means that I can hear. Like, certain people are off. Like, certain people have unique voices that can't necessarily sing or aren't great singers. Keyshia Cole, but I don't think Mary J. Blige is a great singer, but she has great songs and she portrays emotion through her music. I wouldn't consider her a great singer.
So you're telling me it's a room full of people from the music industry, and they releasing songs where they know it don't sound good.
I never said it didn't sound good. I'm saying she can't. She's not hitting the notes good or well on the song.
They have all that equipment in the studio. They can't clean it up to make it seem.
Sometimes people use off notes purposely. Like, I don't know what the reasoning was. That could have been cleaned up a lot, but they put it off. They might have been like, "Oh, this sounds awful," or "I want it authentic or raw or original." I don't know what the mindset was when she was making those records, but she can't sing.
So, in your mind, is it a hit? That song?
Yes, a hit.
Even though it sounds terrible to you.
I think, honestly, that's a part of the reason that it made it a hit, because it sounded bad. I'm not even lying. Everybody would sing that chorus, and they would sing it as awful as she did. Like, can I say this to you real quick? And I'll bring this to you. What's the reason? One reason that people really relate to Steph Curry is because he does things that your average person can do.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq is a freak of nature. LeBron, freak of nature. They can dunk. They could do whatever. They're talented. I can't dunk on the court. I could shoot a three. I could do what Steph does. You feel good knowing that you can do something that someone does on the highest level. When people listen to Keyshia Cole, they know they can't sing like Whitney. Like, I know I can't sing like Whitney. I can't sing like Usher. I can't sing like like people who can sing. But if I listen to Keyshia Cole, I'm like, yo, I sound better than that. If I listen to Alicia Keys on the record, I could sing better than that. I remember being in high school and somebody was singing an Alicia Keys song, the No One record. And one of the janitors walked by hearing them sing it. They was like, you sound just like her on the record. I said, that's a testament to how Alicia sounds. Like anybody can sing her song and you can sing it just as well or better than she can. And I mean, it's fine, but I'm just saying it to the point of Keyshia Cole. When you sing her music, you feel like you singing better than she does. Nobody would ever say they sing Whitney and can sing it better than Whitney. They're not going to say they sing Kim Burrell and sing it better than Kim Burrell. They're not going to say I sing better than Mariah. Maybe now, not original Mariah, but they might be able to say that about Mariah now. But
so these artists, because I'm just throwing out names, the Keyshia Coles, the Ashantis, even the Britney Spears, you feel like they were made just because of their image, the look?
I think a lot of people were made because of the image. If you went on actual ability and talent, people who can sing would be bigger names than they are now. It's a lot of it when companies and labels are behind you, it's about the look and what sells. Britney Spears sells, Beyonce sells. Kelly Price, amazing singer. She was in the background for a lot of her career on the Jay-Z records and like the Rockefeller records, singing background for Mariah. She eventually grew into a name because she's a great singer, but she's still not as big as those other artists are. She's a bigger girl. She don't have the look. Right, and people in labels didn't put their money behind people. They're not going to put money behind you if you're not going to sell. So, and you can dispute that with like the Adeles and like you have other people who might don't have the look, but they're an anomaly. As a whole, if you have the look, maybe not now. Maybe now it's changed because like the world has changed. Everything has changed. But back then, you have to have the look. I remember an episode of The Parkers where Kim is singing, like she's in the Freestyle Unity group, and she can and Countess Vaughn can sing, and so they bring in another girl, like a Hispanic, attractive female, into the group, and they put her in the front, and they put Kim in the back, even though Kim is the lead singer and she could sing. They put her in the front because she has the look, and Kim didn't have the look, even though she could sing. Even though she could sing, they put her in the back because she didn't have the look. You put money behind what you think will sell.
Can she sing for real?
Yeah. Oh, she could. I don't know if she can sing now. I don't think she can. But if you ever watch the clip with her and Usher, like Countess Vaughn can sing.
I just found what you're saying so disturbing because it's like you almost saying like there's literally nothing special about the Keyshia Coles and the Ashantis.
So let me ask you this.
Alicia Keys.
Do you think that
no talent to them?
Alicia Keys can play the piano. And I'll say this too, because and we don't look at R&B and that type of music the same when we look at hip hop. For R&B, for their albums, they get people to write your whole album for you. So they like you might not necessarily be able to write the music or write the hits. Somebody will write the songs for you, and then you put your vocals on. And then sometimes other people, better singers, might come on or do the backgrounds or clean up your vocals. Like they can do whatever they want to do to make you sound as good as they want you to sound.
Yeah.
But do you think J-Lo was a great singer? Do you think J-Lo should have been as big as she was? Why do you think she was as big as she was?
I think she has the song. I feel like the artist delivers the hits. Not everyone could deliver the hit the same way.
Because she didn't have the look.
She had the look and the sound though. I don't know if she can
the
sing.
The sound?
I'm not saying she can sing, but her actual voice, she has the sound to pull off the hit.
So my thing is, if somebody who can't sing can deliver a hit, what do you think somebody who can sing would do?
But that's what you're saying. You're saying I'm not saying J-Lo could sing like a Mariah Carey or a Brandy, but she has some talent. I won't deny that.
She can dance.
Some
She could.
singing talent. She has some type of singing talent, right?
I would say no.
None at all.
I would say no.
Let me say it this way: if J-Lo were to become anonymous tomorrow, and she showed up for some auditions or joined the church choir, you don't think she could grab a solo?
J-Lo? In a church? No.
So you don't think she's better than the average person that sings, that's not known at all?
Absolutely not.
She's not better than the average amateur.
I would say no.
Wow.
She's not known for her singing.
But she's a singer. That's what she do.
She's an artist. She's not a singer.
Artist that sings. It's not like she's painting and then she, doing the singing as a hobby. That's her main art, or was at least, until she became an actress.
Is acting her main thing now? She still does music.
I would think that's her main. What pays her bills is the acting nowadays, and the clothing and.
I don't think so. I think it might be still the music, because she doesn't make music. Like she makes like Spanish music now. But what were you saying? Like, no, she's an artist. She's not a singer. She's not a singer.
Wow. She has songs and she has hits.
She has songs and she has hits. But what is a hit?
So
a hit is just something that everybody knows, that everybody sings, no? Is that a hit?
It's a popular song.
Popular song. Afro Man, Because I Got High is a hit.
I don't know why I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why that popped in my head at the same time. But I knew you were going to say. But yes, that's a good song, and
it's not a good song, but it's a hit. It's catchy. Like there's a lot of catchy songs that aren't good, but they're hits because they're catchy.
Back to the sensual seduction. Was that talent on that song? Did Snoop do a good job singing, even though they cleaned it up and, auto-tuned it?
Snoop did not do a good job singing, but it's Snoop. Did Biggie do a good job singing on Play a Hater? No, but you're looking at Biggie. It's comedy.
I would say yes, he did a good job.
No, he didn't.
Did you ever see that clip of him singing that R&B song?
Biggie?
Yeah, I wake up in the morning. You got he can actually hit a note.
I can't go by what you say because
we watch it.
Just because he can hit a note doesn't mean it's the right note. Like Jay-Z, can you hit the note when he's singing off key? And can you hit that note? Does that mean it's a good note? It's a note.
We need this money. No, I don't know.
And Play a Hater is a great song, but you wouldn't call Biggie a singer.
Then let me ask.
Would you call Biggie a singer?
No, because that's not what he does. But this is what Ashanti does. This is what Keyshia does. They do this.
I will tell you this: if Biggie put out a whole album of Player Hater type records, I probably would enjoy that more than I would a J-Lo album.
But it will be two different types of music, though.
Then you say it's R&B? Then you say Play a Hater is R&B?
It is. It's. I think it's in the vein of hip hop. First off, but
J-Lo was hip hop.
Hip hop R&B, yeah. So if you wanted to say that, if you want to play that, then cool. But J-Lo make that, party music. She not making that Nate Dogg type of music. Like
J-Lo can't sing like Nate.
I agree, but Nate can't make hits like J-Lo. Like I think you would agree to that.
What do you mean by a hit? A hit song? Nate makes hit hooks.
If you change the lyrics to "Waiting for Tonight," you couldn't just hand that to Nate Dogg and say, "Here, you got a hit now."
why would you give that to Nate Dogg if it was a song more in his realm? But honestly, wait. Honestly, you said Waiting for the Night.
You can't compare.
But I'm just telling you, I would rather hear Nate Dogg's voice on that record than J-Lo.
You're crazy. I would never want to hear his voice on that song.
You don't think? But let me just ask you. I feel like Nate Dogg would kill any record he's put on. You don't think he would spin that song and make that a hit?
No, I honestly don't think.
With Nate's voice.
I don't even think Music Soul Child could spin that song and make it a hit.
Well, do you call that song a hit?
It's hard to. Yeah, it's a hit. It's definitely.
But why is it a hit? Like, is that something that you would just put on your playlist and listen to?
No, but it's something. I'm not a R&B music. I don't even know if you would consider that R&B. Honestly,
that's not R&B.
That's straight pop, right?
That's like pop. Yeah.
But
I don't even think that's a good song. I think it worked because certain people, when you have your hot run, it's hot. Like, your songs are hot when you put them out. If J-Lo put out Waiting for the Night today, that wouldn't be a hit.
It may be.
No, it wouldn't.
It's hard because I don't even know what's considered a hit in the pop world today.
No, I'm just saying a hit anywhere. Like, I don't think that's one. That was a hit for that time. Yeah, I don't think it would be a hit today.
I agree. It's
like, God forbid J-Lo ever was on the Verzuz. I hope they never put her on because, she's a culture vulture.
She could be, even though she is a culture vulture.
But what would she do? She would play, like, if the Super Bowl was any indication of what she's going to do, she's going to lose.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because Verzuz is for the culture.
I agree.
The songs that she has for the culture, does she have songs for the culture?
We already said she's not even a part of the culture anymore. So.
But I'm saying, does she have songs for the culture? Because I feel like even the songs that she's on, I consider it more of a Ja Rule record than her record. Because he makes it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How can you be on the Verzuz and still not play Ja verses or the Jada, the Nas verse? I can't.
Right.
It would be a letdown.
But if she did, I mean, I don't know. I don't think she would ever do one. But yeah, she's been so far removed from hip hop culture.
So based on what you're saying, from the 2000s to 2010, you're saying Keyshia is in top 10, Ashanti is in top 10, J-Lo is in top 10.
Top 10 what? Singers? No.
Who would and it doesn't have to be any order, but who would you put, just names that would be respected in your top singers of that decade?
And if I throw names in there, I can throw names in there, but they're not going to be the most known names. They're not going to be probably record sales and stuff. So what I'm saying before was certain people can be great, like better singers, but they're not as known, or they don't have the hits, or they don't have whatever, but they're just better singers.
Keep it to the women. Keep it to the women. Just who?
I would have to go look, yo.
Well, let me throw out some names. Mary J. Blige.
You're calling Mary J. Blige from the 2000s?
I'm asking you, 2000 to 2010. Mary J. Blige.
I don't think Mary J. Blige is a good singer.
Okay.
But she has good music.
All right. Let's see who else. Beyonce.
But she's an okay singer. She's not great, but she's okay.
Would she make the top 10?
During that span, like, what do we? I don't even know what we're talking about. Are we talking R&B music, or are we just talking like singers as a whole?
Yeah, singers 2000 to 2010, most likely R&B. I'm not going to go.
I would throw in like 10 gospel singers that could outsing any of these people, but I'm not going to do that. We'll stick to R&B or like pop R&B, whatever it is. Yeah.
So you said no to Beyonce. Lil Mo.
Beyonce could be in there.
Beyonce top 10? Okay.
Beyonce could be top 10. Lil Mo. Yeah, I'll throw Lil Mo in there.
Even though she didn't really have that many songs
but that's what I'm telling you. I'm saying she's a better singer than the people that you named. I'm saying just because they're a better singer, they might not have the hits, or they might not have the notoriety as these other people.
I'm saying songs released. They actually sang on songs in the 2000s.
Little
Not
Mo
just
had Little Mo had records.
okay.
Superwoman was her record.
Okay.
Forever was her record, and she's singing her face off on that record. And I know, Put It On Me is
Yeah.
all Little Mo. Like Little Mo actually, honestly, if you look at the early 2000s, Little Mo, like her sound.
I don't say she had on lock, like, oh, Lil Mo had the game on lock.
I'm not saying she had the game on lock, but I'm saying her sound, it didn't define it, but it was definitely, like, you have to mention Lil Mo when you mention like the early 2000s like music, because she was on some of like the biggest hits.
So she's top 10 singer.
I'll throw Lil Mo in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw Brandy in there. I'm
I
gonna
know
throw Tamia in there.
I'm surprised. Okay.
Why? Tamia
Because
actually
she released that much music during that 10-year span.
Tamia?
Yeah.
Tamia released like 3 albums between like 2000 and 2010.
How did they do?
Listen, I just
I'm
told
just
you
how they did. I'm just asking how they did.
I just told you.
I understand that.
I just told you that people can sing. They might not sell more albums or be more recognizable, but they're better singers. Tamia, honestly, during that span of 2000 and 2010, Tamia has some of my favorite songs ever. And a lot of people who like Tamia, or like Officially Missing You, that was one of her biggest songs during that time. Do you know that song?
No.
It used to play on 106.
I would have to hear it. I would have to hear
it. It would play on 106. But Tamia, and a lot of people know her from the Fab So Into You record, which was her record that they tried to change her for Ashanti, but Ashanti didn't do it, so they have Tamia on it, which thank God she was on it, because it's her song, and Ashanti can't sing like Tamia. But
all right, all I asked you was how did it do? How did it do? That's all I asked.
I still listen to her albums, Tamia.
So her albums are better than the Beyonce's and the Keyshia Cole's.
I personally enjoyed Tamia's albums more than I enjoyed these people's albums.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fair.
And I think during that time it probably did sell pretty well, at least gold.
All right. Jasmine Sullivan?
Did she come out in 2010?
I would assume so.
Did she? Yeah, she was out at that time. She might have been
second half.
No, she might she might, yeah, like late 2000s. She might have been I think Missy was breaking her in with the Keep Going in Circles and 10 Seconds and the Bust Your Windows Out Your Car. Like I think her first album might have came out late 2000. But Jasmine's absolutely in there. But these are people who aren't as big. Yes, Monica's in there. Like you're throwing out names of people who can sing, and I think you would agree that they can all sing better than Ashanti, Keyshia Cole, or Jennifer Lopez.
Rihanna?
You know how I feel about Rihanna.
Is she top 10? Does she make it or no?
Rihanna's a good artist. I don't think people would consider her a singer. She's an artist.
Sierra?
Again, not a singer, an artist. We're not talking like you're throwing out names, and I don't know why you're throwing out certain names, but I'm not saying that these artists aren't as big or whatever. I'm just saying there's a difference between an artist and there's a difference between a singer. Sierra is an artist. She's not a singer. Jennifer Lopez is an artist. She's not a singer. Rihanna is an artist. She's not a singer.
See, I look at all of them as singers with different skill sets. And I think you like the artists that have a better vocal skill set.
So, I mean, I'm not, I like singers who have a better vocal skill set. They're singers. You're saying artists, and I'm differentiating the two.
No, I'm saying
They're,
singers. They're all singers. All the
they're
names I
all,
mentioned.
no. They're all artists. Tamia is an artist and a singer. Brandy's an artist and a singer. Rihanna's an artist. Tamia's an artist and a singer. Jennifer Lopez is an artist. She's not a singer.
That's like saying, yo, if you go to Ashanti's Wikipedia page, it's going to say the artist Ashanti released this such and such, and you go to Brandy's and say the singer Brandy, like they're all the same. They're in the same class,
but they're not.
So
so you named Jasmine. Do you think that Ashanti and Jasmine Sullivan are on the same level as far as like singing? Do you think there's only one level of singing? And if you're an artist, you do it?
I think it's different skills. Just like with a rapper, different lyrical ability is different. I don't doubt that it's different vocal skill levels, but I do feel like who's held more dear, Ashanti or Jasmine Sullivan?
Jasmine.
I don't know.
What do you mean by held more dear?
Meaning you really cherish that artist, and it's like TLC versus Destiny's Child. I think people will hold TLC more, not just because of the vocal abilities, but because of the songs that they release, the time period, them being number one.
But you're not going to ask TLC to sing like an SWV song. Like, SWV is a group that has singers. TLC has a rapper and two artists.
Two artists? I'm sorry, did they not sing on the... Did they not sing on the songs? What do you mean, two artists?
Chili and T-Boz are not singers.
Then what are they, sir?
The 22nd of loneliness. Like, it's not singing.
So this is my issue with you, because this is.
Do you call that singing? What T-Boz did on that song, do you think you can do it?
I don't think I could do that.
You don't think you can talk?
See, this is where I feel like you discriminate against certain singers because their style is different. Rihanna's style is different.
It's not a style. They're not singing.
What is it then? It's not a style.
Do you think what you hear T-Boz on, do you think that's just her voice? Like when you hear that, whatever.
He has a deeper type voice.
Huh?
He definitely has a deeper, distinct voice.
No, I'm talking about on the songs. Like, you know how we hear T-Pain? It's similar to what we hear for T-Pain when we hear T-Boz. That's not just her. And she's not singing, but that's not just her. Like, I feel like she had, like, that's something they did in the studio. Like, or that might just be her voice. She's not a singer, though.
Wow. Yes.
All right, wait. Are you, like, would you want to hear T-Boz singing a Whitney Houston song? Let's not even go Whitney. Wait. Let's not even go Whitney. Let's not even go Whitney. Do you want to hear T-Boz singing a Mary J. Blige song?
I wouldn't mind.
Do you think she would sound good? Do you think she would sound good?
Certain songs, I think she would be able to pull. You don't think so? You just... So... Wow. I thought you would hold TLC up. Like,
I love TLC. Like, just because I'm saying they're artists and not singers doesn't mean that. Look,
I think it's an insult. I don't know
how.
It just is. Especially if they tell their story and it's like, yeah, I came up in the church and I could sing, and you looking at the screen like Michael Jordan.
Listen, and I'll say this about church. Like, people come up in the church who can sing. Brandy came up singing in the church. But what did you tell me before? if you're a child and you're singing in the church, even if you can't sing, we're gonna applaud you. Just because you get up there and sing as a child, you said you can go on stage at church, sing "I Believe I Can Fly" or "A Change Is Gonna Come" and get a standing ovation. What does that mean if you tell your story and you say, "Yeah, I grew up singing in the church. They gave me," like, that doesn't mean that you can sing.
I said that specifically about our church. I don't know that every church would be held to that same standard.
I feel like more. I feel like more like smaller churches probably encourage them more, especially if.
Are you serious?
They don't say they were adults singing in the church. I grew up singing in the church as a child. If they were an adult singing up there, we waved them off the stage.
I think if you go to E9 now and it's a child singing, it's probably like Showtime at the Apollo down there, where you can't even get on that stage if you're not right. So you can't go up there. You got to be talented in a lot of these churches to even get on the stage. There's no time for play. You hear praise God for real.
Did T-Boz and Chili say they grew up singing in the church?
I'm not sure about them, but I've heard so many artists say that. It seems like it's almost every
R&B artist
that says that story.
Not every R&B artist.
It's a lot. You can't deny that.
I don't know.
That's how they get into music. That's how most get into music. Like,
I don't know. But there's a clear divide. Like I have a video that we shared. It has Brandy singing in the church. And I don't think Beyonce's singing in the church. She might be singing at a talent show. Both young, but you can hear distinctly Brandy has a better voice than Beyonce as a child. But as a child, you're not going to boo her singing. If you look at the Apollo when Lauren was on there, she couldn't sing that well. She evolved into it. Jasmine Sullivan, when she was younger, she could sing. But just because, and don't get it confused with singing and holding a note. As a child, if you can hold a note during the song and do whatever, like, we'll applaud you. That doesn't mean that you can sing or that you're going to grow up to be a singer or that should be your career. It might not. It might not be your lane just because you, as a child, can sing in the church. I sing in the church. Do you think I'm going to go be a lead singer somewhere? I can't. I know my limitations.
Let me ask you this.
But if I go into a studio and I sing and they doctor me up, I can sound as good as anybody. If you mix and master the heck out of the track.
Where is this community? Who is the gatekeepers as far as determining who can sing and who can't sing?
Listen, obviously from our conversation, and if you look anywhere, there's a divide on who you prefer. You think certain people can sing. You look at certain artists a certain way. I look at certain people a way. I don't think everybody is a great singer. There's a difference between being a great singer or being able to sing or being able to hold a note or being able to sing on a song or being able to sing live. Like, there's different levels to it. I don't think everyone can sing. There's certain artists, when they sing live, I can't hear them. When Alicia Keys goes on and sings on these shows, I mute the screen. I don't never want to hear her sing live again. I don't mind listening to certain songs that she has, but I'm not going to listen to her live anymore because live, she sounds terrible.
Before we move on, let me just ask this one last question. Do you feel there are any artists that are critically acclaimed as being a good singer that you feel cannot sing at all? Like someone that people would legitimately compare to the Brandys, to the Mariahs, to the Whitneys, but you just feel like your opinion goes against popular opinion?
Mary J. Blige.
Wow. I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that she's not a singer. Like,
she's not a singer.
So, but that's popular. I think I won't say it's popular opinion, but I've heard it enough. Is there anyone that you
But
would
no,
say?
people say that Mary J. Blige is like one of the best singers ever. Like I've heard people say that.
They call her a queen of what? Soul?
Queen of hip hop soul.
And
Whatever that is.
that's a fair description, because when I think of soul, I think of the type of music you make is from the, it's from the heart. You can hear the pain. It's more, along that line of blues. Like,
Okay. And they called her queen of hip hop soul. But Mary's not a great singer.
anyone else?
I don't know.
Lauren?
Lauren was a good singer.
In her prime, I'm talking, of course.
In her prime, Lauren, like her eyes on the sparrow, his eyes on the sparrow. When she sang that with Tanya Blunt, sounded amazing. Still to this day, listen to it. But Lauren was a really good singer back then.
Fair enough. All right, let's